baby's very grand. He's been around a couple of weeks. He squawks non-stop. Alright. Come on, off you go. Okay, and welcome one and all to James Oval on this fine afternoon, Sunday afternoon. We're about to see the first ball in the T20, round one of the T20 competition. Viv Paver on strike and Ash Blake about to deliver the first ball. And a late cut through backward point by Viv Paver, and the ball trickles over the boundary right now, so 4 runs off the first ball. So this is round one of the WA Premier Cricket T20 competition. So the format is you play 3 rounds. This is a group of 4. You play three opponents, and so qualifying rounds. Wide ball, but not called wide, so just a dot ball there. So this group that University and Rockingham-Mandurah are in also contains Melville Cricket Club and Gosnells Cricket Club. So over the coming weeks, each of those teams will play each other, and the top 2 teams will go through to the quarterfinals of the competition. Blake just short of a length there and defended back to the bowler. So it's the first grade cricketers don't get a lot of opportunity in WA to play T20 cricket. So the players eagerly await these opportunities, and this is a home fixture for the University of WA Cricket Club. And Paver advances, and Blake with a slower ball there. And the ball one bounce to the keeper for no run. So opening the batting for the University of WA cricket team is Viv Paver, club veteran and a very successful Premier cricketer, and also current head coach of Guildford Grammar in his free time. And his attempted drive, which takes the edge and runs down through third man for 4 runs. So after 5 balls, University none for 8. At the opposite end is young Tom Murray, who is rapidly building himself a name in Premier cricket and a strong fan base, known for his stroke play and power hitting. So Tom Murray and Viv Paver will be looking to get the University side off to a strong start here. And that is another just guide through backward point for 1 run. So an aggressive start by Viv Paver. He faced all 6 balls of that over for 2 boundaries and a single. So this fixture is starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Perth time. It's quite a warm day this morning. It's just sort of light sea breeze in now that's sort of taken the sting out of the heat. And it's sort of a reasonably strong westerly. You probably can't see that on the footage, but it is quite a strong westerly coming through the ground now. And this pitch that they're playing on today is on the on the easterly side of the square. So you'll see that the boundary, right now we're about to have a spinner bowl to paver, and if paver hits a cover drive, that boundary is quite a short boundary, whereas if he was hitting to mid-wicket, which would be to the westerly side now, that is quite a long boundary. So you'll see as the afternoon progresses, a lot of the batsmen attack the short boundary, and I suspect that's what paver will be looking to do this over. So right arm spin around the wicket. And just work to mid-wicket for no run. And a miss-hit by paver. They sliced off the outside edge and caught at point. So an early wicket to Rockingham-Mandurah. T20 here, no moves quite quickly. And striding out to the crease now to replace with paver is Will Basisto. Hello. So Corey Wasley continues to bowl now around the wicket, and a sweep by Will Basisto. First ball of the day for Will Basisto, and he swept that very nicely through backward square for 4 runs. And press replay on the tape. The exact same ball for the exact same shot. So 2 balls and 2 boundaries to Will Basisto. Obviously taking a liking early to that sweep shot. The Rockingham-Mandurah side today, without their talismanic coach captain Craig Simmons, who was recovering from a sensational knock in Premier Cricket yesterday. I think it was 175 by the time he finished up. So, and another sweep shot to Will Basisto, but no run for that shot. So as I cast my eye across to the pavilion, Craig is sitting resting after his long innings. And that is a clever little reverse lap from Basisto, who scampers through for 2 runs. So an eventful over, 1 wicket and 10 runs off that over. So University 1 for 19 after 2 overs. Well, the change of bowling always happens quickly in T20, and here we have a change of bowling. Ash Blake out of the attack after 1 over, and into the attack, Adam France. Very tall lad, Adam, and been a strong wicket taker for the Rockingham club for the last couple of years. He has an extra yard of pace, and he will be looking to extract a bit of extra pace and bounce out of this wicket. Bowling to Tom Murray. And just stroked through to cover for no run. Coming to you from the very picturesque James Oval campus here this afternoon. France to Murray, who plays a back foot punch through the cover point region for 4 runs. Very stylish looking shot. Just transferred his weight onto the ball very late and just picked the gap beautifully. Into Murray, and he's just got the edge of the bat there. Ball sort of run through to backward point for no run. So a little bit of to and fro here between the two teams. Rockingham will be searching for another wicket or two in the power play. Into Murray, short of the length. Murray threw the hands at it and missed it completely. Yeah, generally the teams would like to think they've got a strong advantage if they take 3 wickets in the first power play. The first power play is 6 overs, and you'll see a lot of team plans like the team to push for 3 wickets in the first 6 overs. Whip to square leg for no run. The other thing that you see in a lot of T20 plans is the goal of getting a run out in the first 6 overs, and that's sort of a methodology to keep the fielding team really on their toes in the first 6 overs to see if they can extract a wicket through their fielding. France to Murray, who just smashes that one through extra cover for 4 runs. So 2 quality boundaries there to Murray in that over, and University move on to 1 for 27 after 3 overs. So a reasonably dynamic start. So another change of bowling here. Strike off, no run. Not sure of the name of this bowler, but I'll endeavour to get it for you. short punch to mid-on and a quick call for a single by Basisto. Oh, this is Aaron Burridge. Into the attack here. Nice bit of fielding there. So good over so far here by Burridge. 4 balls for only 1 run. Nice off drive by Murray and just a single. Started strike, last volley over, slow ball, and a lovely single call through by Basisto, who was quick off the mark, and 3 runs taken off that Aaron Burridge over. So moves the total to 30 after 4 overs, 1 for 30, and match evenly poised. Rockingham ringing the changes here through the first power play, so into the 5th over and yet another bowling change. This looks like Ronan Hogarth, yes. Hogarth into Basisto. And a late cut down the 3rd man, who's been positioned on the boundary. Basisto looking for 2, but no second run there. So, the left-hander, Hogarth has decided to go around wicket to Tom Murray, who struck on the thigh pad. And scampers through for a single. We're in the 5th over here. Match kind of quite evenly poised through this power play. University off to a bit of a flyer after 3 overs. Just the last 8 or 9 balls, Rockingham have pegged the run back a little bit. So a bit of punch and counter punch going on at the moment as we navigate through these early stages of this fixture here at James Oval. Oh, a magnificent cut shot from Basisto. Just backward of point. the length he was looking for and just lay back on that and executed a technically perfect cut shot. Put that one in the textbook. Sort of a backward punch more than a cut shot then, and these two real whippets between the wickets, and they have scampered 3 as the ball headed towards the boundary. The barbecue getting underway, Scotty?
Sure is. Sausages should be ready at about 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, that's club legend Scott Howson just walking past, informing us that the barbecue's about to go on and the sausage will be ready in 40 minutes. The ETA for the arrival of the hot dogs. So if you're in James Owen vicinity and you're a bit peckish, get yourself down to the UWA tent, Cricket Club tent on James Oval for a hot dog. So we enter the final over of the power play. Looking on the live stream, it looks like the score is not quite up to date. But it is now. So 1 for 40, lofted on drive by Tom, one bouncer to the boundary. So nice 4 runs for Tom Murray. Sort of a baseball chop there by Tom Murray down to deep mid-off, and the score moves along to 45 in the 6th and final over of the power play. So this would be in the vicinity of a very positive start for University, heading towards 50 in the first power play. Certainly teams would feel comfortable they've had a good power play if they reach 50 in the first 6 overs. Short ball, off-speed short ball there, cut by Resisto, a misfield at cover point, and a run on the misfield. So Murray on strike to Burridge. Murray mishits and lofted on drive and caught at mid-on. It's not a shot that Tom Murray would like to remember there. He's hit a lovely lofted on drive a few balls before. Tried to repeat the dose and didn't quite get it that time, so he's been dismissed. And the score is now 2 for 46 off 6 overs. So the end of the power play, and that wicket to Rockingham probably evens up the power play in terms of who might be ahead, who might be behind. As I said a bit before, a lot of toing and froing in T20, and the momentum can swing quickly either way to a team. So walking out to join Will Basisto is Connor Smith. Both Connor Smith and Tom Murray are in their second game of the day. They played earlier this morning in the Colts game, the under-21s game, but Rockingham defeated the University of WA side, chasing down the University of WA Colts side. Batted first and they made 120, and that total was chased in the with 2 overs to spare. So good win for the Rockingham Colts this morning. To Basisto and one drive to deep mid on for one run. Smith facing his first ball from Hogarth. A wide down leg side. Just a bit of a skewed off drive by Smith there to get off the mark. Travelled some way in the air, but wide of the fieldsman. To mid-wicket by Will Basisto and scampered run. Excellent piece of fielding there. Looks like that was Tyler Robinson in the field there. Excellent piece of diving fielding to his right. Hogarth into Smith, who slight miscue again on the off drive there, but scampers through for the single. Slower ball there, that's drifted down leg side and a wide. On drive by Basisto, and diving stop by the fieldsman doesn't quite make the stop, and it trickles over the boundary for 4 runs. also a University of WA Cricket Club Past Players Day here today at James Oval. And as I cast my eye over to the right, I see Lee Bott, Cam Pearce, Stephen Beckwith, Winton Willisey and Dr Pearce, all legends of the club, and they were enjoying a beverage on this fine afternoon watching their club take on Rockingham-Mandurah in this first round one of the T20 competition. Brought to you by Chatfield Consulting, this broadcast. Chatfield Consulting are one of Port Perth's leading mortgage brokers. So if you are looking for a loan, go and see James Chatfield and the crew at Chatfield Consulting. They'll sort you right out. They have been wonderful supporters of the University of WA Cricket Club, and the reason you are getting these pictures is because of their foresight to sponsor this broadcast and help you bring grade cricket into your lounge rooms. Smith works one off his hips. And single. So we're in the 8th over now. Score is 2 for 56. Gusto gives himself some room and just carves a single out to deep point. It's like Tyler Robertson in the attack. And he's dropped that one short. Full shot there from Bazisto. And the run too. Another full shot to deep mid wicket for a run. Just gives himself some room again there and cuts the ball to deep point. Another short ball there that has been pulled to deep square leg. Just behind square is the deep square leg, and he fields and throws the ball back in for one run. So it's 8 overs completed. The score has moved on. To 2 for 63, so you know your times table, that's pretty much 8 and over. So France into the attack here, and a full shot from Smith for a single. Zisto on strike to France, cuts the ball to deep cover, and single. So a reasonably well set field here by Rockingham. They're certainly cutting off the boundaries as these players attempt their power shots. A lot of them are going straight to fieldsmen in the deep, which is usually a sign of a well set field. It's into Smith and just down the leg side for a wide. No margin for error here in T20 games. If the ball's down leg side, it's a wide. And you might hear some racing car sounds in the background. The car park next to the chemistry building. So just as you look at this footage, the white building in the top right hand of your picture is actually the UWA chemistry building. Adjacent to the chemistry building is a car park, and today that car park is being used to test a race car. A rather funny looking race car, but a race car nonetheless, and that's the noise you can hear in the background. Off drive there by Smith, and they look at a second but decide no. The race car in the car park is bright yellow. The front of it looks like the beak of a pelican. Off-speed slow ball, which Bazisto was right onto and has hooked that through whitish mid-on for 4 runs. And it's all happening because directly above me, the Crown Casino chopper is just returning from a trip over the rock nest. Those customers will be enjoying the view of James Oval from a couple of thousand feet up. Just a drop of the ball to mid-on, and Bazisto calls through a single. Productive over there for the University Cricket Club. How you going, Glenn? Photographer Glenn Mottram just crossing your screen now. If you ever look on the University Cricket Club Facebook site, he's the one responsible for all the lovely photos that go up on that site. He's walking his camera around the oval, taking some shots today. So the score after 9 overs is 2 for 72. Bazisto on 36 and Smith on 9. The match rather delicately poised after 9 overs. So now we have the leg spinner into the attack. And a pull shot to deep mid-wicket by Bazisto for 1 run. And a reverse sweep by Smith. Looks like they're going to run. Oh, superb running there by Will Bazisto. From the moment that ball hit the bat, he was going to run 3. And he scampered like the rabbit that he is and completed the 3rd run. Almost lapping Connor Smith. Oh, misfield in the outfield, but only a single. is Oliver into the attack. Oliver played in the Colts game this morning and bowled very well. So the scoring rate of 8 and over is sort of held up here as we head towards the end of the 10th over, heading towards 80 runs. Of course, it's a T20 game, so another 10 overs. If you double that score, we're looking at 160. And I think from this position, University would want at least that by the end of the 20th over. So a couple of good balls to finish off the over. And at 10, with 10 gone, University two for 78. Slight pause and play here as the sight screen's adjusted and the batsmen confer. A couple of new extra faces, they've now joined the past players. I see Andrew Bartley there. Past players contingent is building light quickly. Just over to the right of where this camera is broadcasting from. As promised, club legend Scott Howson and Dan English on the sausages, cooking away now. Nice off drive for 1 run. Breeze just picking up here a little bit at James Oval, just cooling off a little bit from the heat of this morning. I reckon the temperature's dropped to around about 23 now. Joining Dan English and Scott Howson on the barbecue is a large cohort of magpies looking to collect any offcuts of buns that have fallen off the wayside. It's breeding season here at the WA campus. There's a lot of new magpies. Single to Bazisto to mid-on, walking past the camera, club president Mitch Rosher, and second grade captain Bernard Grayling, just doing the laps. What are you drinking this afternoon, Mitch? A Pasito.
Pasito.
The club has decided that Pasito is the drink of the summer. Another single to deep mid-on. So the game just settling into a building pattern at the moment as University just slowly build this total. .83 runs off 11 overs. Ooh. Oliver continues in the attack and Smith plays a perfectly executed reverse sweep for 4 runs. Oh, you may have heard that. That was the race car having a collision in the background. So he's whacked a couple of witches' hats. All down leg side. That looks like to have collected a bit of pad. And Smith and Basisto run 2 runs. A attempted reverse back to a conventional sweep there by Smith. That was about, I'm going to reverse sweep. No, I'm not going to reverse sweep shot. So Oliver into Basisto. The ball gone to cover for no run. Rather extraordinary shot there. Basisto backed away to leg. Oliver saw him going, so he fired the ball at him at leg, well outside leg. And Basisto played a cut shot from about 1.5 foot outside leg stump to get the ball to deep point. All well bowled. Quicker ball there. Cramped Smith, and he was unable to get that away for any scoring shot. So the score 2 for 91 on 12 overs. This is Aaron Burridge back into the attack. Bowling to Will Basisto, who attempts an off drive, doesn't quite get it, and no run. So 8 overs left in the University innings right now. I think from here University would be looking for a score of 160 plus. Another good ball from Burridge that's cramped Basisto up there. He's cut it to point for no run. Yes, I think 160 plus would be what the University skipper Charlie Stobo would have in mind from this position. So anything short of that from this position I think would be a win to Rockingham. Walking past the camera now, Sam Howson. Wait for the camera please, Sam. There you go. Scampered single to Smith there. Burridge to Basisto, an on drive, well fielded by the deep mid on, 1 run. Courage to Smith, who lays back on an on-drive and a beautifully executed long on-drive just past the left of mid-wicket, and 4 runs to the total. So 7 runs off that over. 2 for 98 off 13 overs. Off to drive by Basisto. Well fielded by Aaron Burridge in the outfield there. And only chance of 1 run there. Oliver continues in the attack here. Cut shot by Smith. Deep deep point. And 1 run. Green to Basisto. Well, that is a remarkable shot. I'm not sure if you're going to get full understanding of that shot, but if you remember last over, Basisto backed away to, and that is 50 to Will Basisto. Last over, Will Basisto backed away to Oliver, who followed him, and that was the exact case on that ball. But a sort of an inside-out swipe by Basisto hit that ball lofted through the cover region for 6 runs. Rather remarkable shot. If we had a replay, I'd replay for you. But worth watching again, that shot. And a pull shot to deep mid-wicket, and 4 runs to Smith. Greg Gabberty joining the broadcast. How you going, Greg?
Yeah, good, mate.
Greg Gabberty's adorned in his North Melbourne shirt.
Yeah.
Looking fine, Greg.
Thanks, mate.
How you been?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. They going pretty well.
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm just commentating here, so yeah. I won't say too much. Are you around for a while? Yeah. I'll come and chat to you in a little bit. The university batsman really looking to attack Oliver this over, but he defended quite well in the end. So Will Basisto has moved on to 51 runs off 39 balls, strike rate of 130. And Connor Smith is 32 off 24 balls at a strike rate of 133. So a very good partnership between these two, who came together at 46, and the score is now 2 for 112 after 14 overs. So 6 overs to go in this innings. Smith will strike to France. And a defensive shot for 1 run. Smith was anticipating a throw at the stumps and dived rather ungraciously.
I am. Do you know, I played. She's on the same.
France to Basisto, who whacks that one over deep mid on for 6 runs.
First time I've got over 36 for a long time.
Lovely power shot.
And it worked. Goes straight in. Much easier to go. Much easier to go when you get off the tee. No, I've not got all I've got all of that. But yeah, you still do playing contests still? Yep.
France to Basisto, who cramps himself up there and defends straight back to the bowler for no run.
No, this would be the first uni cricket I've watched for yeah.
France into Basisto. And that is another power shot over deep mid-wicket for 6 runs. That has cleared the boundary by a good 15-20 metres. And the past players like that one. So Basisto has decided to go on the attack this over with a couple of big sixes. That has increased the score. And bouncer. Just swing and a miss. So a good counter there by France. Just got a message from one of our fans over east, former President Max Hope, who's watching on the live stream. No doubt tuned in to watch his good friend Will Basisto play this innings. Hope you're well, Hopey. Hope all is well. He plays in the second 11 at Sydney Uni, who are having a good summer so far. And I haven't heard yesterday's results, so Hopey, maybe just text me how you went yesterday. But hope you're enjoying the broadcast, mate. Of course, you're watching the Chatfield Consulting live stream here from the lovely campus of UWA in Perth. The oval is James Oval. It's a lovely, I reckon it's about 23 degrees, a few clouds crawling across the sky this afternoon. There was talk of a thunderstorm or two, but hasn't eventuated just yet. Hopefully that comes long after the cricket is finished today. Oliver continues to Basisto, who tries a similar lofted shot to last over. Actually, no, this is Robertson, this is not Basisto, Oliver. And just short of the fieldsman. And that is a wicket to Robertson. Smith pulls the ball straight to short mid-wicket.
How are you?
So I think that's 3 for 127 off 15.2 overs. Smith dismissed for a well-compiled 33 off 26 balls. So striding to the crease now is the university captain, Charlie Stobo, to join the former university captain Will Basisto. You'll see Charlie Stobo wear the number 1 as he turns his back to the camera right now. We have a tradition at university that the captain and the president are entitled to a number 1 shirt at the start of the season. And Charlie was awarded that shirt at round 1 this year, and he's enjoyed wearing the number 1 ever since. So Stobo on strike to Taylor Robinson in the 16th over. And a run. Zisto makes a dive and just makes it home. Nice bit of fielding by the gully there, and I think they thought it was a real chance to be given out that run out, but the last ditched effort by Zisto to get there makes his ground and lives to fight another day. A bit of a miss hit there on a pull shot by Zisto, and 1 run. So that moves the score on to 130, and I think the 11th over mark we said 160 plus would still be what the university are looking for, and I think that's still very much in their minds as they face these last 4 overs. A bit of a miss hit there by Stobo as well, but it's landed well short of the 2 outfield fielders. And they have scampered 2 runs in the meantime. And a pull shot by Stobo and a superb piece of fielding on the boundary. 1-hand diving stop. Not sure who that is. Wears a number 15 on the back, but the Rockingham fielder pulled off a lovely piece of fielding there and saved the boundary, so they're only 2 runs for the university total. So shout out to all those people who are watching this broadcast interstate or overseas. Our data analytics tell us that our broadcasts go all around Australia and all around the world, and so if you're watching the Chatfield live stream today, thank you for joining us here at UWA Cricket Television. Love having you here. I hope you're enjoying the action from this round 1 of the T20 competition. Will Zisto compiling an excellent innings here. He's past his half century and now getting into the last 4 overs, looking to really attack the Rockingham bowlers. On drive to deep mid on by Will Zisto. Didn't quite get it as he'd wanted, and they take a single. Hi Grace. And the score moves on to 135. 3.5 overs to go. A late cut by Stobo, and Zisto scampers through for a single. So that's 2 balls in the over. We've got 22 balls left in the innings, and the score is 134. Usually about 10 and over is the goal in these last few overs. So if you extrapolate that from this position, I'd say that university are now looking at a target of around about 170. And yes, Max Hope, I did fit the word extrapolate into the broadcast. And a pull shot by Stobo to deep mid on for 1 run. So right on cue, as promised by Scott Howson, the sausages are now ready. He said they'd be ready by 3 o'clock and they are now available for purchase. Whew. How about that for an innovative shot? Lined up for a round shot there, Basisto, and didn't get the ball in the position he wanted, so he flicked it to a... not sure how you'd describe that. Maybe some kind of oddly shaped paddle shot for 1 run to 3rd man. That one was not from the textbook. Well bowled by Blake. Jammed Stobo up on the crease there and no runs. So we have 3 overs left from the first innings of this round 1 clash. The University of Western Australia cricket side is playing the Rockingham-Mandurah cricket side. In the earlier game, the Rockingham-Mandurah Colts defeated the University Colts quite comfortably in the end with about 3 overs to spare. Here in the main game though, University have batted themselves into a very strong position after 17 overs, the score on 3 for 138. Will Basisto 69 runs off 49 balls, striking at a rate of 140, and Charlie Stobo 7 runs off 6 balls.
I know they won the footy. In fact, I went to the last game.
So the rather unique situation of 2 university first grade captains batting together here. Basisto pulls away and requests a movement of the sight screen. The previous bowler had been bowling around the wicket, and Hogarth, who's returned to the attack, is now bowling over the wicket to Basisto. So the sight screen is black today because we're using a white ball. Bouncer into the chest of Basisto, who cannot get the ball away for any runs. 17 balls left in the innings here. Just starting to cloud over a little bit more now. Hopefully there's no rain on the radar at the moment. But it's definitely got a shade or 2 darker here. And another short ball by Hogarth. And that is a sort of a straight pull shot for Basisto, who moves his score on to 73 and the score to 142. So what looks to be a game-defining knock here by Will Basisto at the moment. Full shot by Basisto, well fielded in the outfield again, covering some good ground, that guy deep mid wicket. 2 runs to the total. Basisto moves to 75. A good Yorker by Hogarth, and just a single to Basisto. Lovely pull shot there by Charlie Stobo for 4 runs. So University move on to 149 with 13 balls left in the innings. Punch to mid-off by Stobo, and they call through a single, and that is the end of the over. So 150 to the total of University, and they would now be eyeing a total of over in excess of 170 from this position, which I think will be a very competitive total for the afternoon. Lake into the attack, the 19th over, bowling to Stobo, who guides a 1 to cover. Lake into Bizisto. And that is a power shot for 6 runs. About a 1.5 over the deep mid-on. And this is some innings now being compiled by Will Bizisto. Moves into 82 off 54 balls. And he would be eyeing 3 figures from this position with 10 balls left in the innings and 18 runs to get. He will have 3 figures on the mind here, I should imagine. Single to Bizisto.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, a lovely bit of innovation there by Charlie Stobo. Blake attempting a Yorker, and Stobo just got in under it and ramped it over the short fine leg for 4 runs. Shout out to Perry Allen, who's watching at home, former high performance coach here at UWA, who no doubt will tell me this evening how he taught Charlie Stobo that shot last year. And that is a wicket to Ash Blake. Charlie Stobo looking to run a ball off the sort of down to third man there, and he's taking the outside edge. And well bowled there, Ash Blake. Change of pace, delivered the wicket. So the score is 4 for 162 with 7 balls left in the innings. Will Bizisto not out 83. Charlie Stobo finishes his innings with 17 off 10 balls. Very important little knock there by the skipper, Charlie Stobo. And Damien Sweet joins Will Bizisto at the crease. Damien is known for his power hitting. Very strong lad. suspect Damien would be looking to attack from ball 1 here. And that has come off the outside edge. Attempted a diving stop on the boundary and not successful, so the Damien Sweet's first ball is 4 runs. So 4 for 168, 66 here. And this is 1 over to go. It looks like Aaron Burridge will bowl that final over with Will Bazisto on strike, 83 not outs. And University having built a very competitive total of 4 for 166 at this point. Will Bazisto will be looking to finish off this very fine innings with a couple of power shots. But Aaron Burridge has bowled very effectively here today. And this will be a nice little battle these last 6 balls. Short ball. Bazisto calls 2 straight away. Sweet scampers, and they make it easily. So an off-speed bouncer to start the over by Aaron Burridge. Shot to short mid-wicket. So another off-speed ball there. Brings Damien Sweet on strike, who was successful with hitting a 4 off his first ball. And no doubt looking to repeat this dose, but Aaron Burridge is a very clever bowler, and we've seen from those first 2 balls his change of pace does make it tough for batsmen to hit boundaries against him. It's a pull shot by Sweet and just a single. So 3 balls left in the over. Will Bazisto on 86. And I think he'll be thinking clear the front leg and have a swing. That. And the ball runs into the outfield and they scamper 2 runs. Bazisto moves to 88. And the score on to, can't see the scoreboard from here. Shot by Will Bazisto, and that triples over the boundary now, right in front of the past players barbecue for 4 runs. Tony Fairweather has now joined the past players. So a crew of about 20 former players have amassed on the boundary to the right of this broadcast. There's a biplane flying overhead. Finish the innings. Single to Bazisto, he finishes on 94, if I'm reading the scoreboard correctly, and that would be a very satisfactory total for Charlie Stovo and his University side. Some good defence by Rockingham though. Thought Aaron Burridge bowled very well, and a couple of the young spinners made it difficult at times for the University batsmen, and I know the Rockingham top order have a couple of power hitters, young Corey Wasley, and will certainly be looking to make his mark on the game this afternoon, so there'll be plenty of action to come. I'll just pan over. The applause is for Will Bazisto. Fantastic innings by him today. For those of you who are watching at home, there's the barbecue manned by Dan English and Scott Howson, and there is the past players milling in behind them, enjoying a sausage and a beer. So it's all action here from Jane's Oval this afternoon. I'm going to take a break for 10 minutes whilst we change innings, and we'll see you back here shortly.
Get it here. Try it again.
So welcome back here to James Oval. Short interlude as the teams changed over. And after a bit of synchronicity here, Will Basisto, wearing the number 94 shirt, finished his innings 94 not outs today and is opening the bowling. And Aaron Burridge, who's facing first ball, drives to short cover for no run. So Rockingham are chasing 179 off 20 overs to win the game. And University looking to defend that total in round one of the T20 fixture here at James Oval. And attempted a diving stop by Charlie Stobo, but he did not successfully complete the stop, and a run to Aaron Burridge to start the scoring. Rockingham are none for one off 3 deliveries. And taking strike now is Teague Wiley. Basisto into Wiley and defended straight back to the bowler for no run. A large crowd has built up here over the course of the afternoon here at James Oval. It looks to be a couple hundred people in the house this afternoon. The past players enjoying all the action. A well-constructed first over there by Will Basisto. Rockingham none for one after 1 over. So there's going to have to be a fair bit of action for Rockingham to get this total. Captain Aaron Burridge is a very attacking player and he'll be looking to make the most of his power play. As and when young Corey Wasley will as well. He's known as, around the traps, as a very powerful hitter, even at his young age. So there's certainly some firepower in the Rockingham batting lineup. So I think you can expect to see a bit of action just as we speak. The rally car in the car park is cranked up for a few more laps. And no doubt the testing data they get out of today will be useful for something. I'm not sure what it is. Hey CB, how go mate? Skipper Charlie Sobo bowling from the chemistry building here, and to Aaron Burridge, who whips him off his pads. 4 runs. Good start there by Aaron as he faces the University skipper. Burridge. Ball off the outside edge. And lands in between point and third man. And 1 run to the total. A bit of luck there for the Rockingham skipper. Often you have to chance your arm early here in the T20s. Game of risk and reward. So going to Wiley, who whips it to mid-wicket and well fielded by Damien Sweet. Teague Wiley, who's known as one of the very promising young players here in Western Australia. Had a couple of big scores in a WA second 11 game against South Australia a few weeks back. And a swing and a miss. Just clouding over here now. I've checked on the radar and there doesn't seem to be any significant rain in the immediate vicinity of James Oval. But if you're down Kwinana way, I think you're getting wet. So hopefully the cricket games are continuing on around Perth today. Well bowled by Stobo. He beats Wiley, edge of Wiley's bat. Wiley looks to be looking to get himself outside off stump in his stance. Try and hit a power shot through the leg side. Bit of cat and mouse going on here between Wiley and Stobo. And he advances and swings and misses. So an over for Bizisto and then a bowling change. Into the attack. Corey Roccaccioli from the Reed Library end here at UWA. It's a corner strike coming into land at Perth Airport. Roaring overhead. Joining the past players function now is John Inverarity. Cricketing royalty here at James Oval this afternoon. Single to Burridge to start the over. And a powerful on drive by Wiley for 4 runs. Roccaccioli adorning his head with a white headband today. So easily identifiable with Corey Roccaccioli today with that bright white headband. Roccaccioli into Wiley and the ball lands just short of James Kerwin at cover. Flick off his legs by Burridge. Fielded in the outfield by Tom Murray, who flings it in low and flat. And 1 run taken. shot over mid-on by Wiley, and the Rockingham batsman scamper 2. So some inventive shot making here by the Rockingham batsman. Hitting balls to parts of the ground where there are not fielders. Good placement. She brought about a change of field. The deep mid-on has gone back now. And the ball to curl and at cover, and Rockingham bats scamper another run. So, productive over here by Rockingham. And a foolish ball by Rockacholi, driven straight back to him. So the final total for University after 20 overs, 4 for 177, running through the scorecard. Tom Murray, 14. Viv Paver, 9 off 8 balls. Will Besisto not out for a magnificent innings, 93 off 60 balls, not out. Connor Smith, 33 off 26 balls. Charlie Stobo, 17 off 11 balls. And Damien Sweet finished the innings 5 off 2 balls. And in reply, Rockingham, none for 17 off 3 overs. T. Wiley and Aaron Burridge opening the batting. Skipper Aaron Burridge, 8 runs off 8 balls. And T. Wiley, 8 off 12 balls. As they attempt to chase 178 for victory. On an ever darkening day here at James Oval. Clouds are getting thicker and thicker. And a swipe by Wiley goes straight up and caught by Stobo to complete the first wicket. So that goes down as a caught and bowled. And Teague Wiley dismissed for 8 runs. Yeah, that's alright. So Rockingham had to try and make the most of that power play. And so Teague needed to sort of try and hit some boundaries, and he took on a straight drive. And unfortunately did not get everything he wanted to get, and the ball went straight up. So walking to the crease now is Rockingham's young gun, second young gun, Corey Wosley. Hit a couple of very big sixes here in the Colts game this morning. Joining the past players function now, former university player and high performance coach Perry Allen. Stobo to Burridge, who swings this through deep mid wicket, 4 runs. Good contact on that shot. All race to the boundary. So 1 for 21 in the 4th over. Into Burridge. It's an interesting ball that looked to be well over shoulder height from the sidelines. Burridge. Burridge tries to swing this ball through cover and misses. For us, Will Basisto, 93 not out. That's former UWA player and president, Kevin Pender, just asking me the score as he watches from the sidelines. Kevin Pender was made a life member here a couple of years ago, so as I said, cricketing and University Cricket Club royalty down here at James Oval today. As I stand here now, the man himself, James Chatfield from Chatfield Consulting, has just arrived and wandering over to join the past players.
Aussie.
Great to see one of our sponsors down here this afternoon. So, 4 overs, 1 for 22 Rockingham, and Will Basisto returns to the attack. Shortish ball, a whip through fine leg, well fielded by Jay Chislett, but excellent running by Aaron Roach, who scamps through for a second. He advances the score to 23. Outside edge by Burridge. And the ball is chased by Paver all the way to the boundary and trickles over for 4 runs. Basisto into Burridge. And swing and a miss, and stumped!
Nice, good time to come
Hey
over.
Tony, how you going?
Yeah, good, yeah.
I'm just doing some commentary here.
Oh,
So joining the broadcast, Tony Fairweather, University Club legend. So that was a big dismissal for the University. Aaron Burridge looking very attacking there and played some good shots. He walked away too quick, mate. And Aaron tried to loft Will Basisto and must have crept out his crease a little bit and was dismissed, stumped. So in the 5th over, University now have Rockingham 2 for 23. I can't quite see from this angle. Two for 23. And this looks like Damien Burridge, Aaron's younger brother, striding the crease now. Damien played an excellent innings in the Colts game this morning and guided his team to a comfortable victory with a couple overs to spare. So he's certainly hitting the ball pretty cleanly today, and he'll be looking to repeat that dose as the Rockingham innings progresses. Of course, chasing a slightly larger total. This morning he was chasing 120, this afternoon he's chasing 178. This ball just popped off a length there, and just defended for no run. Direct defensive for no run. So I would say advantage University at this point in time of the Rockingham innings. Rockingham would have been looking to make the most of the power play, and a couple wickets early. And swung and dismissed. So he looked to loft that one to deep mid-wicket, got a top edge onto his thigh, and it popped up to wicketkeeper Rob Honeybull, who accepted the chance with glee. And Rockingham in real trouble here early now. They would have been looking for a really attacking start in their power play to try and chase this total down, and 3 wickets in the power play. As I mentioned to you earlier, if you go back to very early in the broadcast, a lot of coaches define the power play as successful or unsuccessful by whether or not you take 3 wickets, and so 3 wickets in the power play is defined by the analytics as a marker to suggest that you are going to win a lot more games from that position than you lose. So it's a key point marker during the course of a T20 game that even at the professional levels they are discussing. So 3 wickets in the power play. Always remember when you're watching a T20 and you want to impress your friends, if you see 3 wickets in the first 6 overs, you can tell them, well, 3 wickets in the power play, that puts the team on top. And so completing the 6th and final over of the power play will be fast bowler Elijah Gravestock, who will be coming around the wicket to Rockingham young gun Corey Wasley. That is a wide by Gravestock, down leg side. In the foreground here you see Jay Chislett. You see a C on the back of his shirt, that's for Chatfield Consulting, who are the sponsors for the broadcast you're watching this afternoon. Unfortunately, Jay Chislett is standing right in front of where the line of sight for the Rockingham batsman. So Gravestock into Wasley. Full and driven to mid-on. Single taken to James Kerwin, who attempts to throw down the stumps but misses. I know my grade plays, and I think I do. I think this is Cal Austin on strike. I'll just check my scoreboard. Yes, it is Cal Austin on strike. So Cal's just faced his first ball and guides the second one from Gravestock down to third man for a single. Cal Austin's been playing for Rockingham for a number of years now. He's in the 2-day form of cricket. He generally bats number 3. He was superb in the field earlier today. He pulled off a couple of excellent stops, diving stops on the boundary. And Gravestock into Wasley, who just works one off his hip. Well fielded in the outfield by Tom Murray. A little bit of theatrics there from Rob Honeywill as he collected the ball. In cricketing world, we'd say, we'd use the phrase, put a bit of mayo on it. I think he certainly put a bit of mayo on that dive as he stopped the throw from Murray in from the outfield. Braves stopped into Austin, defended to cover, and that is the end of the power play. So 6 overs completed. In reply to University's 477, Rockingham 3 for 30. And the white headband can only mean one thing, that's the return of Corey Rockingham to the attack, number 77. Corey wears 77 because that is his state playing number as well. And a few more laps to the race car in the car park. We're having a full day of testing over there in the car park today. No doubt doing some sort of endurance testing. Rockingham into Wosley, who drives it solidly to deep mid-on. And they look for a second but chose not to take it on, and a flat throw from Connor Smith keeps the run total just to 1 run for that shot. So 3 for 33 here at James Oval. Corey Rockingham bowling Cal Austin now. The dark clouds that were over about 15 minutes ago, just sort of dissipating now. I think we will get the full game in without any interruptions now. There's sort of talk of a thunderstorm later this afternoon, and I think that has eventuated further south from here. It certainly looked like on the radar that Kwinana were copping a bit of a shower, but nothing here north of the river. So I sing it to Cal Austin. Rocky Charlie bowling around the wicket to Corey Wosley now. Just a bit of a swing at that one. Wosley looked like he wanted to take that over the boundary, but just checked the shot at the last minute when he realised it was a touch fuller than he was probably anticipating. He's definitely eyeing off the deep mid-on boundary though. And Charlie has just sent some more protection to that boundary. And attacking shot falls just short of Tom Murray at deep cover. Charlie back to over the wicket to Cal Austin. Austin works it to deep mid wicket for the addition of 1 run. So 7 overs completed here now. And Rockingham are 3 for 36. Aaron Burridge 19 off 15 balls. Teague Wiley dismissed for 8 off 13 balls. Corey Wosley 4 not out off 6 balls. Damien Burridge dismissed for a duck, 3 balls. And Cal Austin currently 6 six balls into his innings, and he's made 3 runs. And Calliston drives that one to James Kerwin at mid-off for no run. So Gravestock continuing in attack here. Gravestock to Austin, and he's bowled. An excellent Yorker there by Elijah Gravestock, and Austin looking to drive that through the covers. Didn't quite execute the shot that he was after. And the death rattle eventuated. So Rockingham in real trouble now. 4 for 36. 7.5 overs into the innings, and they're sending out the big hitting Adam France to see if they can advance the score. Congratulations to Rockingham and to Craig Simmons yesterday, who I'm sure he and Tyler Robertson, I don't know the official statistics, but they put on a massive partnership after Rockingham were in real trouble at 7 for 70 odd, and they finished the day, I think it was 345 or 350, and Craig Simmons 175, and Tyler Robertson he was a score in the 70s, but a magnificent partnership between those two. And I'm sure that will be a club record for their 8th wicket. So congratulations on their performance yesterday down at Lark Hill. Gravestock to France and defended down the pitch for no run. And 4 for 36 here at James Oval. Rockingham are in reply to the University score 4 for 177. Elijah Gravestock bowling this 8th over. And a slower ball, and that is deemed as and a run out. Well, that was a series of events. So, a slower ball by Elijah Gravestock that was over the waist, called a no ball by the square leg umpire. Adam France has called through a run, and he has found himself short at the non-striker's end to be dismissed run out. So a run out off a no ball. So Corey Wasley, who is now on strike, will face the final ball of Elijah Gravestock's over. It will be a free hit, and the score is now 5 for 36 with 1 ball left in the 8th over, which is a free hit. So, and you think that cricket's a confusing game. Well, a no ball, a run out, and now a free hit. And Jay Chislett just walking towards the camera here. He will no doubt be bowling very shortly. His leg spinners have delivered a lot of wickets for the University Cricket Club this summer already. So this is a free hit to Corey Wasley. Elijah Gravestock running into bowl. Last ball of the over. And it's a bouncer, and it's a wide. So the free hit continues. And free hit. Sliced over third man, fielded by Viv Paver, who returns the throw in, and that is the play finally finished. So we now move to the number 7 batsman for Rockingham. So that is the 8th over completed. Rockingham are 5 for 39. And that is Joey Teague. Who has joined Corey Wasley at the crease. Another Rockingham young gun. Comes in with his team under heavy pressure, 5 for 39 with 12 overs remaining in the chase to 178, and worked by Wasley through the fine leg region, and they run 2 runs.
Yep.
Yeah, good, thanks. Rockingham to Wasley, he drives us through extra cover, fielded by Tom Murray, who flings in low and flat, and 1 run to the total. Charlie into Teague, and a drive to deep cover, and 1 run to the total. A lofted shot off Rockingham by Corey Wasley that clears the boundary by a couple of metres, and 6 runs to the total. That's just some of the power we saw Wasley hit with this morning in the Colts game. And, he really does hit a clean ball. It's just another 6 for him. And he goes again. Oh, no diving catch by Rockingham. You may not have got that on camera, I don't think you did, but running back with the ball after he bowled the delivery, he's run about 25 metres and completed a diving catch to dismiss the Rockingham power hitter Corey Wasley, who had just hit him for 6, and he was attempting to repeat the dose. Didn't quite get that one as he would have liked. The ball went up pretty high into the wind. It was a long time coming down. Unfortunately, I don't think we quite got that footage. No doubt Glenn Mottram, our camera, would have got there. Did you get the catch, Glenn? He's signalling thumbs up, so Glenn has got the still of that catch. And no doubt Corey will be dining on that still photo for a long time. So unfortunately, we've missed it on the live stream. But it certainly entertained the past players who were on the hill enjoying the afternoon, regaling themselves with stories of days past. So that's 6 wickets down now. This is Tyler Robertson, who has joined Joey T at the crease. This is a bit of a favoured ground for Tyler Robertson. A few years ago in the second grade, Tyler Robertson made a 200 here at James Oval. So this is a ground that evokes some fond memories for him, no doubt. Tyler is fresh off that record partnership with Rockingham coach and player coach, Craig Simmons. He was sitting over on the pavilion, resting up after his big score of 170 odd yesterday. And a record partnership with the chap who's about to take strike, Tyler Robertson. And into the attack for the first time this afternoon is University leg spinner Jay Chislett. Jay is leading the wicket takers for University, and I think is currently second or third in the competition leading wicket takers in WA Premier Cricket. Short ball to start with, driven out to point, and 1 run to the total. Our photographer Glenn Mottram is just telling me it's raining in Rockingham. So luckily the game is not in Rockingham, because we'd be running off the field right about now. So if you're not from Western Australia, where we're playing the game today is just north of the Swan River. The Swan River sort of runs basically through the middle of Perth, and where we are is just north of the Swan River, and we're playing Rockingham-Mandurah, whose home ground is about an hour's drive directly south from where we are. And you can often have very different weather conditions between here and Rockingham. And as I say, photographer Glenn Mottram, whose son Kyle is the scorer for University today. Glenn is just telling me that he's having reports that it's tipping it down in Rockingham. So as I say, lucky we're not playing down in Rockingham today. Chislett bowls to Teague, who punches this one down to deep mid-on, fielded by Connor Smith, and returned in, and 1 run to the total. So we're in the 10th over now. So this is the halfway mark for the Rockingham innings, and this is not going according to plan for them. In chasing University score of 4 for 177. And that is a wicket to Chislett. Excellent piece of keeping by Rob Honeyball. Tyler Robertson tried to cut that one through backward point. got a top edge and straight into the gloves of Rob Honeybull, who accepted the chance with glee. And that has Rockingham in real trouble now. Halfway through their overs. And they are 7 for 51. So after losing the Colts this morning with to the Rockingham-Mandurah Colts, and it was a comprehensive victory to the Rockingham-Mandurah Colts this morning. They won with 12 balls to spare. And congratulations to the Rockingham under-21 side. In this afternoon's Premier T20 game, it has been all university from ball one. Former skipper Will Bazisto compiling a sensational 93 not out. And at the halfway mark of the Rockingham innings, 10 overs in, Rockingham are 7 for 51 in reply to University's 4 for 177. So from here, what would Rockingham have to do from here? They would have to score at 12 and over, and a bit, 12 and a half and over. And that will be a very difficult task with only 3 wickets remaining. High performance coach, Viv Paver. So Viv Paver has taken over as high performance coach from Perry Allen this year. Viv is also the coach of Guildford Grammar's cricket program. And we have another wicket here. Joey Teague has hit the ball to bowler. It was a misfield. Teague's called the run through, but the non-striker Hogarth has refused to run. Well, I think he said no. There was some confusion, and both batsmen ended up at the same end, which is never a good sign. But unfortunately, this is the sort of risk that they will have to take at this point to get anywhere near the total. So you can understand the tailenders coming in and having a crack. And this will be Oliver coming in to bat to replace Joey Teague. Oliver bowled very well in the Colts game this morning. Some quite skiddy leg spin at times, and turned out to be very effective style of bowling in the under 21s game. And I think his bowling in the middle overs this morning, in conjunction with the Rockingham off spinner Yadav, probably turned the game in Rockingham's favour, which led to their victory. I think that was the pivotal passage of play. So he's already made a strong contribution towards a winning cause this morning, as Oliver. Things probably not going as well for the Rockingham team as they'd anticipated in this afternoon game. Hogarth, over to Hogarth, and he defends to short mid-wicket, no run. Over to Hogarth, and he drives back to the bowler. A misfield by Paver, who picks up the ball, and we have another run out. Yes! So, don't run on a Paver misfield is the moral of this over. arriving in at the players function is former University fast bowler Gray Johnson. He is currently taking some time away from cricket as his partner has recently had a baby. So Ash Blake, the number 11 for Rockingham, strides out to the crease. He's the last remaining batsman with Oliver. And Rockingham have slumped to 9 for 52. I think it is. Can't quite see the final number on the scoreboard from here, so I'll check on my phone. And with the wonders of My Cricket, the application My Cricket. Yes, that looks like 9 for 52 now.
Lovely commentary.
Yeah, thank you.
Might get a look at baby session as well.
And that's the end of the paver over. Let's proceedings slowly wind down here at James Oval. The last pair at the crease. And the score on 52. It is Jay Chislett to bowl again. So Jay Chislett has bowled 1 over, 1 wicket for 2 runs. The other wicket takers. Buzisto has 2 wickets to complete an excellent all-round performance from him, and then 1 wicket to Charlie Stobo, Corey Rockacholi and Elijah Gravestock. So Chislett. Chislett to Oliver. Whipped to deep mid-wicket, fielded by Will Buzisto in the outfield, and 1 run to the total, 9 for 53. Tossed up by Chislett, and attacking shot by Blake, lofted to deep mid-off, and 1 run to the total. Defended by Hogarth. No, that's not Oliver. I pulled that wrong for last over or so. That's Hogarth, not Oliver. Driven to Stobo at cover for no run. Thus completing the over. given to Blake and driven to beat that off for 1 run. And an overthrow, so that's actually 2 runs. And that completes the game. So, the last 3 wickets, misfields by Paver off his own bowling. And if you didn't learn the lesson the first 2 times, well, the lesson was complete on the 3rd. So that is the completion of the match. The match completes with 3 straight runouts. And Rockingham have been dismissed here at James Oval in a comprehensive victory to University.
Yeah, no. Will had it well, obviously.
Just to run through the card from the day's play.
Oh, is that it?
University
Fifth run out, all over.
lost the toss. Rockingham won the toss and chose to bowl first. Walking to the crease, the opening partnership, Viv Paver. It's the first dismissed, 9 off 8 balls, followed by Tom Murray, 14 off 13 balls. Then there was a nice partnership between Connor Smith and Will Bazisto, took the score from 46 to 127. Connor Smith eventually dismissed for 33 runs off 26 balls. Then a nice partnership between Will Bazisto and Charlie Stobo took the score from 127 to 162. And the final partnership, Will Bazisto and Damien Sweet, took the score on to fall for 177 off 20 overs. Will Bazisto with a superb man of the match performance, 93 runs off 60 balls. Then in reply, Rockingham dismissed for 56 runs. 2 wickets to Will Bazisto and then single wickets to Charlie Stobo, Corey Roccaccioli, Elijah Gravestock and Jay Chislett. And then 3 runouts to finish the game. All misfields off Viv Paver's bowling. See you, Greg. And eventually, in the 13th over, Rockingham dismissed, all out for 56. So a comprehensive 100 and, well, my maths is right, 120 run victory to University. So a victory and a very significant run rate boost for University out of this first game. So from here, University will play Melville in the next game. Melville are playing Gosnells today and Rockingham will play Gosnells, and in the final fixture for the UWA cricket side, we will play Gosnells in about a month's time. So this has been the Chatfield Consulting live stream from James Oval. Thank you for tuning in. Comprehensive victory to University in the seniors after a comprehensive victory to Rockingham in the Colts this morning. So the club split the results today, and we look forward to you rejoining us back here at James Oval next week when Fremantle, in the attempt to chase down University's total of 227 in the 2-day format. So my name's Will Stibbs. Thank you for joining the Chatfield Consulting live stream from this lovely afternoon at James Oval. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage, and we look forward to having you back on University of WA TV real soon. Thanks very much and enjoy your afternoon.
Good to see. That was a comprehensive win. You know Fiona? Jonas as well.
Margo. Hey, Jamie, how you going? Hi, Gracie, how you going? See the Posisto's back on the
You're not back permanently, I should.
fingers crossed they might at some point.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's the precursor.
Never know when the lockdown might strike. So did they, when did they knock off? I'm waiting. I'm trying to find him. I'll play my next shift.
Are you almost got a call this week? So, yeah, we did that last week. So you were the next call. You were one away. So how's things been? Good, yeah.
I'm starting to come in.
Oh, you're not with West London?
Still West London, but we're looking at our Red London.
Okay. Good. So, I didn't
We didn't have that many back. So
No.
I was when I come in, I'm like,
yeah, okay. I didn't know that was 6 for me. So when you said response, I was like, yeah, it's not 6 for me. Okay.
no, we still work.
Do you? Yeah. No.
Same guy. I'm sad too, but it's just like, and then you get like, it's good to
The pressure.
not too hard or whatnot.
Oh, okay, right. I think so. Yeah, it looked like. Well, that was the thing, right? I don't know what that says, but the shooting was good or I'm shooting good or
Rock stop.
strong man work there, Harry.
Gotta build those biceps.
That's right, mate. Full shot.
I've just got another sponsor. Always delivery. Hey? You can have my sponsor. You can have my sponsor.
He dropped his own name.
Yeah, to be honest, I said it so quickly. Alright!
So, Will just literally came in for this game. For yesterday's game and today's game. But he's not going to play day 2. Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah. So there we have a substitute field. Yeah. But what Ashton Tony's just picked for the 50 overs and not for the 4 days. This is going. No, but he will go over to Tasmania for 50 overs. Yeah, that's nice.
Hey!
So happy. Cheers.
I'll come.
It was nice. I was this morning. It was really nice. Yeah, that's right. Greg, Greg's pretty good. He doesn't know. The last time I saw him was at the I told him that. That was sweet.
also think though, like you want to train in such a way obviously under these like special conditions. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Six piano concerto. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Right. It's good. It's good. It wasn't too. It wasn't as bad as it wasn't. The routine bit wasn't as extreme as exactly what it was. No.